Have you ever felt like there is more to life than just working hard, chasing success, and accumulating possessions? Many people wake up every day stuck in a cycle of routine, driven by goals that seem important, but ultimately leave them feeling empty or unfulfilled. What if the true measure of success isn't about what you own or the titles you hold, but about how you think and the principles that guide your life? Imagine adopting a mindset that transforms the way you view challenges, relationships, and even your own potential, one that aligns with timeless values and a greater purpose beyond the immediate and material. This way of thinking invites you to look beyond the surface and to see life as part of a bigger picture, a vision that transcends the ordinary and taps into something eternal. It's a mindset that empowers you to live intentionally, to lead with purpose, and to create impact that lasts far beyond your own lifetime. Instead of being driven by fear, scarcity, or competition, this perspective encourages faith, stewardship, and service. It challenges the conventional definitions of power and success, replacing them with principles rooted in integrity, generosity, and love. Adopting this mindset means awakening to the reality that every person has been entrusted with authority and responsibility that goes beyond the self. It means recognizing your unique role in contributing to a collective mission, one that values lasting influence over fleeting achievements. This shift is not easy, as it requires reprogramming deep-seated beliefs and patterns, but the rewards are transformative. When embraced, this mindset opens the door to a life marked by confidence, clarity, and courage to pursue a destiny aligned with true meaning and fulfillment. In a world that often measures success by wealth, status, and personal achievement, many find themselves searching for deeper meaning beyond these external markers. While accomplishments and material gains can bring temporary satisfaction, they rarely fulfill the deeper yearning for purpose and lasting impact. There is a growing recognition that true fulfillment comes from adopting a perspective that transcends immediate circumstances and looks toward principles that are eternal and unchanging. This perspective, known as the kingdom mindset, challenges conventional ways of thinking by inviting individuals to view their lives through a lens of higher purpose and divine order. The kingdom mindset is not merely a spiritual or religious concept. It is a practical framework for living a life of significance and influence. It calls individuals to understand that they are part of a larger system governed by principles that shape the way the world truly operates. Instead of being driven by fleeting desires or societal pressures, this mindset encourages people to align their thoughts, decisions, and actions with values these include integrity, responsibility, service, and a commitment to justice and righteousness. Through this alignment, individuals discover a pathway to lead lives that are not only successful by worldly standards, but also deeply impactful and meaningful. Adopting the kingdom mindset requires a fundamental shift in how one views power and authority. Rather than seeking power for personal gain or control over others, this mindset sees true power as the ability to serve, empower, and uplift those around us. Leadership becomes about stewardship, taking care of what has been entrusted to us, whether that be resources, relationships, or talents, and using it to contribute positively to the community and the world. This change in perspective transforms how challenges and setbacks are perceived, not as defeats, but as opportunities to grow, learn, and develop character. Living with a kingdom mindset also means embracing a long-term vision. It involves looking beyond immediate gratification and considering the legacy one leaves behind. Every choice becomes an investment in something greater than oneself, aimed at creating lasting value that benefits future generations. This mindset nurtures resilience, patience, and a sense of hope rooted in the knowledge that life's purpose is tied to something bigger and more enduring than individual success. Ultimately, the Kingdom Mindset offers a powerful invitation to rethink priorities and to live with intentionality, courage, and wisdom. It encourages stepping into the fullness of one's potential and contributing meaningfully to the world, guided by principles that withstand the test of time. In today's fast-paced and often chaotic world, many individuals find themselves trapped in a mindset that limits their true potential. The prevailing attitudes tend to emphasize immediate gratification, competition, and personal gain above all else. This way of thinking creates a fundamental problem. People are living reactive lives, driven more by fear, insecurity, and external validation than by a clear sense of purpose or inner conviction. The challenge is that this mindset, deeply ingrained through culture, education, and social conditioning, restricts the ability to think beyond survival and momentary success. It breeds frustration, anxiety, and a pervasive sense of dissatisfaction. This problem manifests in many ways. People struggle to find meaning in their work, feel disconnected in their relationships, and grapple with a persistent sense of aimlessness. The focus on individual achievement often leads to isolation, as the pressure to succeed creates competition rather than collaboration. Moreover, the rapid pace of modern life can exacerbate feelings of burnout and overwhelm, leaving little space for reflection or growth. Many are caught in a cycle of pursuing goals that do not align with their deeper values or true calling, which eventually leads to disillusionment and regret. Another challenge lies in how power and leadership are viewed. Society often equates power with control, dominance, or status, which encourages selfishness and manipulation rather than service and responsibility. This distorted understanding creates toxic environments both personally and professionally, where people are either oppressed or forced to conform to unhealthy expectations. Without a foundational mindset that values stewardship and humility, leaders risk losing sight of their true role and the impact they could have beyond themselves. The absence of a broader framework also means many fail to see setbacks and failures as opportunities for growth. Instead, difficulties become sources of discouragement or defeat. This limited perspective can stunt personal development and hinder progress. When individuals do not recognize their inherent authority and purpose, they remain vulnerable to external circumstances and lose the ability to navigate life with confidence and clarity. Ultimately, the biggest challenge is a lack of alignment between one's mindset, values, and the greater purpose of life. Without this alignment, people live fragmented lives, reacting to situations rather than intentionally shaping their futures. The world's distractions and pressures constantly pull attention away from what truly matters, making it difficult to cultivate a mindset that fosters resilience, wisdom, and lasting impact. Addressing this challenge requires a transformative shift in thinking, one that moves beyond self-centered concerns and embraces a vision rooted in principles that stand the test of time. It calls for awakening to a new way of seeing oneself and one's role in the world, where life is not just about personal success, but about contributing to a greater good. This shift is critical for individuals who want to live fully, lead effectively, and leave a meaningful legacy. To fully grasp the kingdom mindset, it is essential to recognize that it represents a fundamental shift in perspective, one that redefines how we understand authority, purpose, and success. Unlike conventional thinking that often prioritizes personal ambition or societal approval, this mindset is rooted in the idea that life operates under a divine order, with laws and principles that govern true success and fulfillment. It encourages individuals to look beyond themselves and their immediate circumstances, focusing instead on eternal values and responsibilities. At its core, the kingdom mindset teaches that every person has been given authority and responsibility by virtue of their creation. This authority is not about domination or control, but about stewardship, the careful management of resources, relationships, and talents entrusted to each individual. When people accept this responsibility, they begin to see their lives as part of a larger mission that transcends personal gain. This understanding changes the way they approach decisions, challenges, and interactions with others. One of the most important aspects of this mindset is how it reinterprets power. Power in this context is not about asserting dominance or elevating oneself above others. Instead, true power is measured by one's ability to serve, influence positively, and uplift those around them. This shift from self-centeredness to service-oriented leadership fosters environments where collaboration, respect, and mutual growth flourish. Leadership is viewed as a sacred duty to empower others and create conditions where collective potential can be realized. The kingdom mindset also brings a new understanding of success. Instead of defining success by short-term achievements, wealth, or status, it encourages measuring success by impact, legacy, and alignment with higher principles. This redefinition inspires individuals to invest in what endures, building character, nurturing relationships, and contributing to the well-being of others. Such a mindset cultivates patience and resilience because it recognizes that true fruitfulness often takes time and is not always immediately visible. Another critical element is how this perspective transforms the perception of challenges. Rather than seeing difficulties as obstacles or failures, the kingdom mindset frames them as opportunities for growth and refinement. Setbacks become lessons that strengthen character and deepen faith in one's purpose. This approach fosters perseverance and courage, empowering people to continue moving forward despite uncertainty or opposition. Living with a kingdom mindset means aligning daily actions with a vision that transcends personal ambitions. It calls for integrity, accountability, and a commitment to values such as justice, righteousness, and love. This alignment creates a life of intentionality and significance, where every choice contributes to a higher purpose. Ultimately, adopting this mindset opens the door to a transformational journey. It invites individuals to rise above limiting beliefs, societal pressures, and fear-driven behaviors. By embracing these eternal principles, people find clarity in their identity and destiny, enabling them to lead lives marked by influence, fulfillment, and enduring impact. The turning point in embracing the kingdom mindset comes when an individual experiences a profound internal awakening, a moment of clarity where everything begins to align and a new vision for life emerges. It is not just an intellectual realization, but a deep, transformative encounter that changes how one views themselves and their place in the world. This pivotal moment ignites a shift from living reactively to living intentionally, with purpose and conviction, rooted in eternal truth rather than fleeting trends or external approval. At this key moment, the individual begins to see that their identity is not defined by past failures, current circumstances, or societal expectations, but by an unshakable foundation tied to a higher calling. This understanding dissolves limiting beliefs and replaces doubt with confidence. It becomes clear that every challenge faced is not a sign of defeat, but a necessary step toward fulfilling a greater mission. The awareness that authority and responsibility have been entrusted to them instills a sense of empowerment and accountability. This awakening also redefines what it means to lead. The person now recognizes that true leadership is not about controlling others or seeking personal gain, but about serving and empowering those around them. They understand that influence flows from integrity, humility, and a genuine desire to uplift others. This realization shifts their approach to relationships, encouraging collaboration and empathy rather than competition and self-interest. With this new mindset, the individual begins to make decisions differently. Instead of reacting to immediate pressures or desires, they pause to consider how their choices align with long-term purpose and values. Priorities become clearer and distractions lose their hold. This focus provides a steady compass, even in turbulent times, allowing for resilience and perseverance. Moreover, the key moment involves a deep connection to legacy, an understanding that life is not solely about the here and now, but about contributing to something that will outlast them. This inspires a commitment to invest time, energy, and resources into causes and relationships that reflect enduring principles. It creates a vision where success is measured not only by personal achievements, but by the positive impact left on others and the world. This transformation brings a profound peace and assurance. The individual no longer feels enslaved to fear, anxiety, or uncertainty, but embraces faith-driven courage. They step forward with boldness, knowing they are equipped to navigate life's complexities because their mindset is rooted in timeless truth. In this climactic moment, the kingdom mindset ceases to be an abstract idea and becomes a living reality, a dynamic force that shapes identity, purpose, and action. It is the breakthrough that empowers individuals to rise above limitations and embrace their full potential, leading lives of significance, influence, and lasting fulfillment. Understanding the kingdom mindset marks a transformative shift that affects every aspect of life. It invites individuals to move beyond conventional thinking focused on temporary success, personal gain, or external validation, and instead embrace a perspective rooted in eternal principles and higher purpose. This mindset reshapes how one views identity, authority, power, and success, offering a framework that aligns with values such as integrity, stewardship, service, and legacy. By adopting this way of thinking, people discover that their lives carry far greater meaning than they may have previously imagined. The kingdom mindset fosters a sense of responsibility, not as a burden, but as a privilege, to steward resources, relationships, and talents in a way that benefits not only themselves, but also the broader community. This perspective transforms challenges and setbacks into opportunities for growth, allowing individuals to build resilience and character through perseverance. Leadership is redefined through this lens as well, shifting from a quest for control or dominance to a call for servant leadership, empowering others and nurturing collective progress. Success is no longer measured by transient achievements, but by lasting impact and alignment with timeless truths. This reorientation brings clarity, focus, and peace in the face of life's uncertainties, enabling individuals to navigate complexity with wisdom and confidence. Moreover, the kingdom mindset encourages long-term vision. It highlights the importance of investing in a legacy that extends beyond personal benefit to positively influence future generations. Such a mindset nurtures patience and a deep commitment to justice, righteousness, and love, which become the foundation for intentional living. Each choice, action, and relationship becomes part of a greater mission, elevating everyday life into a purposeful journey. The true power of the kingdom mindset lies in its ability to transform ordinary people into extraordinary leaders and contributors. It offers a pathway to rise above limiting beliefs, societal pressures, and fear-driven reactions. Embracing this mindset awakens individuals to their inherent authority and destiny, encouraging them to live boldly, lead with compassion, and create meaningful change. In essence, the kingdom mindset is not simply an idea but a way of life, a continuous process of growth, alignment, and impact. It calls for a daily commitment to live with intention, courage, and wisdom, grounded in principles that endure. Those who adopt it open themselves to a life of fulfillment and influence, one that transcends the temporary and connects to something far greater. Ultimately, this mindset invites all who hear its call to step into their full potential and to live a life that truly matters, making a difference in their world and beyond. Now is the moment to decide how you will think, live, and lead. The kingdom mindset calls for more than passive understanding. It demands active commitment. It challenges you to evaluate your current perspective and ask whether your mindset aligns with temporary gains or eternal purpose. It invites you to make a deliberate choice to shift your thinking and embrace principles that empower you to live intentionally and impactfully. Start by reflecting deeply on your values and priorities. Consider where your focus lies. Is it primarily on immediate success, approval, or comfort? Or is it rooted in something greater, something enduring? Make the conscious decision to align your thoughts, goals, and actions with values like integrity, stewardship, service, and love. These timeless principles will guide you through uncertainty and help you navigate life's complexities with clarity and confidence. Next, take responsibility for the authority and resources you have been entrusted with. Recognize that leadership begins with stewardship, not control, but care and empowerment. Identify ways you can serve those around you, uplift your community, and contribute positively in your spheres of influence. Understand that true leadership is about empowering others, not elevating yourself. Commit to leading with humility and purpose, knowing that your influence has the power to transform lives. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. When setbacks occur, and they will, view them through the lens of the kingdom mindset. Allow difficulties to strengthen your character and deepen your faith in your mission. Rather than retreating in fear or frustration, choose resilience, courage, and perseverance. Remember that every trial you overcome is an investment in your legacy. Cultivate a long-term vision for your life and leadership. Think beyond the immediate and the personal. Consider the legacy you want to leave behind. How will your actions today affect not just yourself, but future generations? Begin making decisions that build toward that lasting impact, focusing on creating value that transcends time and circumstance. Finally, commit to daily growth. The kingdom mindset is not a destination, but a lifelong journey. Stay intentional about renewing your mind, seeking wisdom, and living by principles that stand the test of time. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who encourage and challenge you to rise higher. Take practical steps each day, whether through study, reflection, service, or leadership, to live out this mindset authentically. The choice is yours. Step into the fullness of your purpose. Lead with vision, courage, and compassion. Embrace the kingdom mindset and transform not only your life, but also the world around you.